And welcome to Inside IUE Sports, presented by the Richmond Furniture Gallery. Today we are joined by head women's basketball coach Tiffany Sellhorst. And today we're going to go ahead and discuss the 11 recruits that we have coming into the game. A few thoughts on the class as a whole?
Yeah, I'm really excited about this class, and it's kind of a science to put a team together. It's not just about talent, but it's about personalities and chemistry and some of the things that they can do on the court that brings them together. And I'm really happy and excited to see how this team is shaping up with these girls so far.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and go through these girls with you. So let's go ahead and start with Mackenzie Bowles. She's from Lapel High School. So how did you get to know her?
Well, she's kind of an interesting story. I had a connection with her AAU coach, Coach Duke, Michael Duke. When I was the recruiting coordinator at St. Francis University last year, Coach Duke was somebody that I could routinely call and get updates on Indiana basketball down here and kind of know some of the players. And Mackenzie was one of the players that played on his team. And when I got hired, he was very good about telling his kids to reach out to me and contact me and have me come see him. So Mackenzie was one of those players.
Right. I also know that in high school she had an injury, so how is that going to affect her coming in?
Well, Mackenzie's a fighter, and that's what I like most about her. Yeah, she had a significant injury, kind of like a Kevin Ware, where she popped a bone out of her leg, but she has come back from it. She had a steel rod put in, and she's one tough kid, and that is one of the biggest reasons why I like Mackenzie so much as a player.
Right. I'm sure she's going to bring a lot to the team. We need some fighters. So.
Yeah.
Deja from Anderson High School.
Deja Boyd. Yeah, she's a good kid. She was actually one of the first kids to reach out to me. As soon as I got hired, I had an email in my inbox from Deja, and she was probably one of the first kids to send me film. But she's a great player. She can play a lot of different positions, and I think the reason why I like Deja so much is because she literally can guard 1 through 5 on the floor. She's only about 5'7", but you'll routinely see her down in the post guarding girls twice her size, and she does a great job with it. She's also a player that can come out and get hot behind the three-point line and hopefully give us a spark somewhere.
Right. What's something that we don't really know about her besides basketball?
Well, Deja's one of those players that is just very highly involved in the community. She is very popular in school. She was the homecoming attendant, I believe, the last 3 years, and I think on the court this year. So that just kind of tells you a little bit about her personality and how much people just like her and how likable she is. So she's a great kid.
Okay. Mackenzie Campbell, she's from Rushville High School.
Yes, Mackenzie. Mackenzie is one of 2 players that I actually knew specifically when coming from St. Francis. She was somebody that I saw in the summer that she intrigued me when I was coaching for Division I. I think that she just is so skillful in so many different areas, and she has some great size and some great court vision, and the thing that she brings to the table is her basketball IQ. She is a very smart player. She can see plays happen before they actually happen. And I think, with Mackenzie, she's often asked to be playing multiple positions because she can really play a 1 through 5. But when we get her here and we get her into, the shooting guard position, which is her natural position, I think that she is just going to be one heck of a player.
Right, and it sounds so far that all of the girls are really going to have a tough fighting spot here. So, Caitlin Dobbins, she's also from Lapel High School.
Yeah, Caitlin and Mackenzie both play on the same high school team. They also play on the same AAU team, and I met Caitlin through Coach Duke in the Indiana flight. Caitlin comes from a basketball family. Both of her parents played in college, so she kind of knows the background of it a little bit. She is unique in the way that she plays because she's actually right-handed, but growing up, I heard her parents, tried to get her to start shooting left-handed, so she became a left-handed shooter. But everything else she does is right-handed. But boy, she can really stroke it and with some distance with her left hand. So that's what I was really excited about Caitlin about.
All right. And Taylor Hatfield, she's from Triton Central.
Yeah, Taylor is. She's another one of those fighter kids. She's highly involved in school and in the community and things like that, but she's only about 5'4", but she's real scrappy. She's going to get after it. She is a knockdown three-point shooter. You know, she is one of those kids that would also create this spark and could just go on a roll, and I won't be surprised if I see her or Deja, either one of them, you know, having 6-7 three-pointers in a game next year. She can stroke it behind the free throw line as well. She's going to be somebody that needs to be ready to play at the end of the game, end of a close game, because she's going to be able to do that. One of the things about Taylor that I really like, she's another really social kid. She actually won her county's junior miss competition this year.
Really?
Yeah, so it was really a cool thing for her, but it is actually going to be during her sectionals for basketball. So she decided to give up her crown and go play basketball because, you know, that's where her passion and love is. So that was one thing that I really like about Taylor, too.
Right, and she's also from a small town, so.
Yes, I went and visited her a couple of weeks ago, and I kind of teased her a little bit because I got there early, and I thought, you know, maybe I'll just grab something to eat or run to the grocery store and get a little snack or something. No, you have to drive about 10 miles to get anywhere with anything. So she is from a really small town, but it is a neat town, and you know, I hope that there is a lot of people up there that will, you know, back her and come down and support us.
Right, and you know, there's nothing wrong with a small town. Everybody from around here is from a lot of little small towns, so it's going to be nice to have some more country in our getup, right?
Right, exactly.
All right, and we are halfway through the show, so we'll be right back with you here on Inside IUE Sports, presented by the Richmond Furniture Gallery.
Hi, this is Roger Richard. Welcome to the most unique furniture store in the world, the nostalgic Richmond Furniture Gallery in the historic Richmond Depot District. Experience over 120,000 square feet of the finest furniture America has to offer, all at the guaranteed lowest prices. You'll simply be amazed. Model trains, street festivals, and so much more. At the historic Richmond Furniture Gallery, I'll save you money.
And welcome back to Inside IUE Sports, presented by the Richmond Furniture Gallery. Still joined with us is Tiffany Selhorst, head women's basketball coach. We're going to continue talking about our 11 recruits. So let's go ahead and start with Kristen Miller, Ottawa Glandorf High School, right?
Yes.
I don't know Ohio very well, so.
Well, you better get to know that one because that's where I graduated from.
Well, you know what? I should do some research. I'll have to go ahead and do that for a little bit.
Ottawa Glandorf, yes.
Okay. All right. So how did you find her?
Well, obviously she is from my high school, so I know a little bit about her. And you know, when you get into college sports, there's another coach out there that coaches for Michigan, and we're always talking when we're out recruiting and wanting to check in on our hometown and our home county and make sure that, you know, those kids are there, they're getting seen, they get to go play where they want to play. So we're trying to help anybody out. So Kristen, I have actually seen play since she was a freshman in high school because of that, because she, you know, came from my high school, I wanted to know how she was. So I have been able to see her progressively get better year after year after year, and I'm really excited to get her to come play with us. I think that she's really going to fit the system nice.
And where is she going to fit at for our girls?
Sure, she is going to be a point guard for us, and she is so dangerous at that position because, you know, she is a scoring point guard, and that means that, you know, not only can she see the floor and handle the ball, but she can also, you know, stroke the three or, you know, shot fake and get to the basket or create for other people, and she is very good at that. So like I said, I think she's going to be a player that can come in and be a floor general for us, and then just, you know, really operate and you know, lead our offense.
Right. So. I know that she also plays for the Dayton Lady Hoop Stars and Ohio Lady Attack. I mean, how is she doing with that?
Well, those were her AAU teams growing up, which actually are out of Dayton, Ohio. That's about an hour and a half to 2 hours south of where Kristen is from. So, you know, she was just one of those players that saw an opportunity down there that might have been better for her than going north to play. So she got involved with and actually played for a guy that I used to coach with. He was I was his assistant coach for 1 year, and then he went overseas with me when I coached with a professional team. He was my assistant over there. So Kristen got involved with him too. So it's kind of a cool little connection all the way around.
Another funny note, she wears your high school number. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I don't think she knows that quite yet. She might find that out when she watches this, but I really had to think about it because I forgot what my high school number is. And I know this day and age, everybody remembers. Everybody, you know, even all these girls right now are contacting me and making sure that they can keep their numbers. I completely forgot, but yes, Kristen actually wears my high school basketball number. Now it's a cool. quite a bit different jersey because I still played when there were sleeves on the jerseys and V-neck. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
What else does she do other than basketball?
Well, she's another one of those really social kids. You know, if you don't see a theme yet, hopefully you start to pick it up. She's just a social kid that's involved with the high school and one of those kids that can get out and be friends with anybody, and she's very good at talking to adults or coaches or whatever, so she's easy to carry on a conversation with. So yeah, she's got a great personality.
Okay. All right. And Kerrigan Niehoff, she's actually one of our men's basketball alumni cousins, I hear. So.
Yes, it is definitely a family connection for Kerrigan. It's not just Devin, but she also has another cousin that plays tennis, and then her mom graduated with an IU East nursing degree. So she has a lot of connections here.
That is very cool. What is she going to do for the team?
Well, Kerrigan is my workhorse. I'm really excited to be able to get her out there. She is a kid that averages a double-double in high school right now, and the reason why she gets so many points and rebounds is because she just outworks everybody for it. She's a very smart player, and she does a good job of reading the ball coming off of the rim, so that's how she's able to get so many of those rebounds that she averages. But yeah, I hope that some of these girls on this team will be able to challenge her in the intensity department there, but Kerrigan, she's got it, and that's what's most exciting about her. She'll get better and better and better every year because of that.
Right, and you already said there's a lot of fighters, so I can already see that there's probably going to be a little competition there for us.
Yes, practice is going to be fun next year.
All right, and Brooke Packer from East Central High School.
Yes, Brooke is actually our most recent commitment. She committed early this week, and we're excited to get her. She is, I think, one of those pieces of the puzzle that we were missing. So, you know, she was mentioned to me by Richmond high school coach. He just said that she was such a nightmare to guard because she can play any position, and you know, he told me to look into her, and I went to Indianapolis early this fall and looked at her for a day and was like, yeah, that's a kid that we're missing. Right. So we're excited to get her as well.
Okay, what is she gonna do?
Well, like I said, she's a nightmare for anybody to guard. She's 6 foot. so she can play out there on the wing. She is very good in the open court. It's highly likely that she'll just rip a rebound down and go coast to coast, and she is hard to stop. But a lot of times, too, she'll find herself with her back to the basket on the block, and she's just tough to guard because she can go either way, and she's going to finish on you. She's another kid that's real long, has long arms, and, she's going to pressure the ball and be good on top of a press or on top of a zone. So she's very versatile.
Okay. What else does she do besides basketball? Anything fun?
Well, she's another kid, of course, that is highly committed. But I think one of the things that is so unique about Brooke, and she'll even say this, and she joked on her visit with us, is her red hair. She has very, very red hair, which is great. I think it's a cool thing because it's very unique. There's very little people out there anymore that are naturally red like she is. So I tell her to embrace it and use it for her advantage.
Of course.
Exactly.
All right. Next we have Tori Shroom. She's actually from IU East and she went to Randolph Southern. So
yeah, Tori Shroom. She went to Purdue Calumet first, and then ended up transferring into IU East this year. She played at Randolph Southern and was very good for them down there.
Okay. What is she going to do for the team?
Well, Tori is probably our truest post that we have. Everybody else is pretty versatile, and she can too. She can step out and hit the three, but I feel sorry for anybody that she gets her backs down there on the block because she's very physical and she's going to shoot it over you, and she can finish with contact and she can go either direction, and she's one of those players that I would consider kind of my banger post down there. Because she's played in college, she'll be that player that I'm going to look to a lot next year and, try to rely on her or lean on her a little bit for her college playing experience because she will be the only player as of right now on our team with college experience.
All right. She's going to take on a huge leadership role.
Yes. Yes. She better be ready. I hope she's watching this and she's ready.
All right, and up next on this list we have Kayla Schaefer. She's from Culver High School up north. So what is she going to bring for us?
Well, Kayla is one of those players that kind of flew under the radar. She didn't play summer ball too much. She played for Indiana Flight for one weekend, but other than that, she kind of flew under the radar. And, when I think of Kayla, I think of just probably our most athletic kid. I think she's going to continue to grow into being a very dominant basketball player. But she is one of those kids that can get out. She is very long and athletic and can run the floor. And, a lot of times she finds herself under the block and or under the basket and very good at finishing. But she's scary too because if you let her step outside, she'll hit the three in your face. So, Kayla's going to be a fun girl to watch.
Right. Besides basketball, what does she do?
Well, Kayla again.
Another social one.
She is very social. She might be the most social kid on this list too. But she's involved in the community. All these girls are very good students, so we're excited to have them. I think the unique thing about Kayla was, and this is where the personality comes out, and I kind of knew that I really liked Kayla and wanted her around. But when she came on her visit here, she had talked to John Dalton. About giving her a homecoming T-shirt with long sleeves, and she got home and put it on and texted me and said the sleeves are too short. Which that kind of tells you. And I said, I texted her back and I said exactly why I'm recruiting you right there because that's she's just got this wingspan that goes forever and it's awesome. So. I told her if she committed here, which she ended up doing, I would find her some T-shirts that fit. So that was our deal.
Okay. Up next, we have Kinsey Seiler. She's also from IU East. She's from Centerville, so it was easy to find her What is she going to do for us?
Well, Kinsey originally committed to Marian University in Indianapolis, and then, a couple of years ago decided that she wanted to stay close to home. I think she's really close with her family and her mom, and wanted to be close there. And then she found out that IU East was getting a basketball team, and I think that's a really good thing, because we don't want her talent to go to waste, and she is a very talented person. Kinsey was one of those players that, probably because of her size, she's about 6 foot, always had to play in the post. But she is also one of those players that have a lot of guard skills, because people told her entire life growing up, if you go play in college, you're gonna play a 3 guard, right. Which for me, she'll be able to play a post or a guard. So she will also be one of those players that will just be hard to guard. You can't put a big girl on her, because she's gonna blow right by you on the wing, and you can't put a little girl on her, because she's gonna get you on your back on the block and be able to score from each side. So she's a very versatile player. We're excited to get her.
Okay. The community IU East, we are also supportive of this. We are excited. Sounds like we have a lot of great girls coming in, not only socially, athletically, but academically. So
yes,
we're
very well-rounded. Very well-rounded. This is a great group of kids. I think, this is one of those kids that the campus is really going to get behind, and everybody's going to know everybody's name, and it'll be fun.
All right. Well, thank you. We'll be right back here on Inside IU East Sports, presented by the Richmond Furniture Gallery.